Some interviewers think they can outsmart a comedian.
This is a morning show. You can't bring up all those crimes.
But when they try that with Bill Burr, they get hit with sarcasm sharper than a guillotine.
Yeah, you're full of anger.
Because you flog yourself for being vulnerable.
Oh, would you stop it like you have some sort of psychology?
From awkward silences to full-on ego bruises, these hosts thought they were in control until Burr flipped the script on live TV. First up, we've got a moment that sent the whole nation into awe. The morning was off to a normal start, but the second Bill Burr sat down on Good Day New York, normal went out the window. It quickly turned into a masterclass in how to handle fake smiles, shallow questions, and morning show awkwardness.
Your Christian background is part of the show.
Yes, and I wanted to talk to you about Jesus after this.
Well,
it started the moment they tried to pin him down with those stiff, scripted questions. You could see it on his face, and Bill clocked the setup right away.
the reason why I bring it up is some people thought maybe you went a little too far. You know.
As far as what?
Well, they thought that maybe you were being disrespectful to the Christian religion.
Who did?
But things took a turn when they brought up religion. Soft-voiced but sharp-edged, one of the hosts hinted that his jokes might have gone too far. And that's when Bill flipped the switch.
I'm telling you, you need to Google.
Oh, good Lord.
So did you feel you were being disrespectful, or just you were just having fun with some of the crucifixes and stuff like that?
I don't even know what I mean, we did maybe 2 jokes about that?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't you think the Catholic Church went a little too far? More so than my cartoon?
The church had real issues, he said. And if people were more upset about a cartoon than actual crimes, maybe they were missing the point.
This is a morning show. You can't bring up all those crimes.
You know what? Technically,
they just sort of kept moving them around. You know, like those killer whales at SeaWorld. After it kills a trainer, they'll then move it up to Seattle. They don't give them their background.
He called it out for what it was, and while they still sat smiling politely, he kept swinging, telling them clearly it was not their position to question him.
I don't think
you know what I'm talking about? It's a morning show. I understand.
I
came on. That kid missed the graduation, and then it was a feel-good story.
It was a feel-good, and we want to leave.
If you want to feel good about America, you watch the morning shows. You don't watch this, you know.
And
we were joking earlier. If that kid's story about the graduation was late night, that would have been a whole different story.
What do you think?
He's still missing. We can't find him. All we found was his hat. But you watch in the morning. It's great. It all worked out. He got his own personal graduation. Like, I was in such a great mood. Look how yellow this couch is. It's like this.
By the time the interview wrapped, the hosts looked like they just stepped off a roller coaster. What was supposed to be a light segment turned into a live roast, and as people noted, they were the ones getting roasted. And that's what makes him different. In a room full of scripted laughs and easy questions, Burr showed up ready to cut through the nonsense. This was not the first time Bill shut down the room without raising his voice, and it would not be the last. It started on Jimmy Kimmel when he casually asked Bill for his take on Trump, expecting the usual late-night safe answer. But Bill came in cold, calling liberals idiots for how they handled Trump. Jimmy tried to push back, but Bill was already ahead.
Narcissists, sociopaths, all of this type of stuff. Like, you want to see a great case thing on, like, narcissism. Liberals are so stupid the way that they handle Trump.
What do you mean?
You should shut up.
He called Trump a narcissist, then flipped it on the left, saying things others might never think of saying.
He's a narcissist. Neutral energy.
Yeah. You think he'd go away?
You know what I think he was? I think he was a one-hit wonder. Right? He wrote The Twist, and then that was it. He was on the casino circuit, and then you idiot liberals wrote him Twist again when you indicted him. And now he's a martyr. And now he's coming back, Jimmy.
The peppermint twist is back.
Coming back.
Jimmy was still trying to keep the tone light, but Bill wasn't budging.
It's going to be great for comedy. He's coming back.
Then Bill made something very clear. He was not cheering for one side or the other. Both choices were bad.
I want somebody in their 40s, somebody that's going to have to live with their decisions. I don't want, like, you know.
The crowd reacted, but it was not relief. The tension hung in the air, thick and unshaken. In the comments, someone summed it up perfectly. Bill calling Jimmy an idiot liberal to his face made the day. But then there's a certain kind of tension that only happens when two comedians who know each other too well sit down and try to keep things civil. Bill Burr and Sarah Silverman's interview didn't unfold like a typical promo chat.
That isn't me. I've never said, you know,
Are you fucking serious?
From the jump, the tone was off. Sarah introduced Bill with mockery, and you could feel him recoil, just slightly, but enough to show he clocked it.
Because I go on stage and then you try to correct my jokes.
I don't try to correct
your
jokes.
You're like,
sometimes.
but what if you said if the woman did this because of this?
That was one time, and I admit I was being aggressive.
Their dynamic is decades deep, and it shows. She tried playing the "we fight because we love" card, and Bill just stared like someone who's heard that excuse too many times.
Somehow we love each other. Am I correct in saying that? I think that you love me.
Then came the psychoanalysis. Sarah took a swing at explaining Bill's temper, tracing it back to childhood trauma, control issues, ticking time bombs, basically a full-blown emotional diagnosis, unprompted, in front of a live audience. Bill didn't snap, but his silence hit harder than any outburst.
You ever hear this? If it's hysterical, it's historical. So I think, like, things trigger you, make you fucking crazy. And it maybe means something like it comes from something from your childhood or something, like the ticking time bomb that your dad was, or things like that that were out of your control, and you don't like feeling out of control or people telling you what to do. That's my theory.
He let her talk, then calmly shifted gears. He opened up about his temper, not in a grandstanding self-help way, but like someone who knows he's still figuring it out.
Well, the one thing I would say that is a trait, I don't like to be told what to do.
No.
My instinct is always fuck you, a little bit.
Yeah, my instinct is fuck this.
But I do like to...
I walk out.
From traffic rage to storming out of overpriced avocado toast orders, Burr painted himself exactly as he is, a guy constantly on edge, just trying not to go off in public.
Some fucking airport, and I can't even remember what I ordered. It was some avocado toast with like salmon on it or some shit, right? So I order it, and I'm standing there for like 15 fucking minutes, and I'm watching these, like, one person's making it, and then they just like gave up, and then somebody else came over, and it's like forever, and I'm just standing there.
The real moment came when he laid out what actually sets him off. People who hate their jobs and act like victims, especially in low-stakes settings.
I fucking hate people. I fucking hate people that hate their job, and especially a shit job. And it's like this is why you're fucking here. I had this job. I fucking crushed it. I crushed it. I was a dishwasher. Was a cook. I did all of this shit. I fucking crushed it.
Before people could even digest this, another person tried their luck and walked straight into the same mistake. On the podcast Your Mom's House with Tom Segura and Christina P., things took a sharp turn within minutes. The shift came when Christina started digging into Burr's past with therapy. On paper, it was a harmless question. In context, though, it came with an edge.
You know, I've told all the bad stories, and I'm always going to have problems. This is just becoming like this, lifelong car payment now to have to come over here. Be like, well, this happened.
Yeah.
My garage door was locked. And I just felt like a pussy after a while. Like, when are you going to just, get off this fucking couch here and go live your life and stop having to talk to this fucking person?
When Burr admitted he'd done therapy but stopped, Christina poked again, suggesting that maybe it was because he had unresolved anger issues. She wasn't exactly joking, and Burr caught that instantly.
You're full of anger. Because you flog yourself for being vulnerable.
Oh, would you stop it? Yeah. Like you have some sort of psychology.
I do.
That's when the dynamic flipped. Instead of playing along with the pop psychology narrative, he challenged it directly. It was one of those moments where the laughter in the room didn't come from punchlines, but from the sheer discomfort of watching someone try to read Bill Burr like a textbook.
10 years in therapy.
So what? I've watched football for 40 years. I shouldn't be somebody's coach.
I agree.
Yeah.
What made it worse, for them at least, was Burr's ability to stay composed. He wasn't defensive, he was annoyed.
I'm not your therapist,
then you're going to like superimpose your fucking issues of the psychos in your life onto me. It's like fucking alcoholics. They just always like, oh yeah, you're drinking. You drink. You must be like me.
Yeah.
The whole world, because they're addicts. So they're so fucking self-involved. The whole world has to be like them.
Yes, I agree.
Tom Segura mostly kept his distance during this exchange, letting the tension play out. Burr handled it solo, almost daring them to keep going. And to their credit, they tried, but they didn't gain any ground. And for this one, the interview kicked off with Maher diving straight into controversy. He claimed college kids were siding with terrorists, pushing the idea that they were aligning with Hamas, like it was a headline fact.
Heard what's going on college campuses these days?
I don't watch the news.
You don't realize that college campuses erupted with the kids demonstrating for Hamas? They are in with the terrorists.
They were for the Palestinians.
When Burr casually said he was with the kids, Maher pounced.
Why, are you?
I'm on the side of the kids.
Maher doubled down, saying everybody supports the kids, but the real courage lies in making the tough decisions. He was clearly waiting for applause, or at least some agreement. Burr gave him neither. It was like watching someone rehearse for a movie that nobody else was in.
Yeah, that's easy to say. No one wants to see kids dead. This is a war.
That was very brave of you to say that.
This is a war. No, I'm the one who's actually brave on this.
Pat yourself on the back.
It's easy to say I'm for the kids. Who's not for the kids?
Then Maher really overplayed his hand. He jumped straight to Russia and Ukraine, really cementing the geopolitical angle. He turned to Burr and challenged him to offer his own tough solution, like Burr had been sitting on a peace plan all along.
Stop talking like you're a general. Let's go to Russia and the Ukraine. How do you solve that one, Bill? Let me hear your hard-nosed decision about that.
That was the turning point. Burr was entertained. Maher had taken himself so seriously that he couldn't see how ridiculous it was sounding. Burr treated the exchange like someone talking fantasy football strategy, amusing, a little cringy, and definitely not grounded in reality.
Not your thing. It's what you.
It is my.
It isn't your thing.
This is not
it
your
isn't.
thing.
You're like that guy that has a fantasy football team and thinks he. That's exactly what it is.
By the end, Burr had barely spoken, but he didn't need to. He let Maher talk himself in circles and made it clear who was pretending to play hero.
What have you done in Washington? Nothing.
And then there was this moment that left everybody stunned. It started off chill. Burr was mid-story talking about meeting his wife, saying the vibe was instant like fireworks. He even compared it to a moment he once had with another person years ago. Just that same undeniable energy. That's when he casually mentioned it had happened once before with a guy.
So like he saw me like, and it was like, you know, it was like fireworks. Like we just like, I mean, she,
love at first sight, basically.
Yeah, like I've only met 2 people that had like a vibe like her in my life. And the first one was a dude.
Charlemagne jumped on it. He interrupted the flow, wanting to clear that up. Suddenly it became a whole thing, like Burr needed to explain himself. The moment got hijacked by a weird need to box everything in, but Burr didn't flinch. He stayed in control.
Well, you gotta clear that up. I want to be clear about that. You didn't date the guy or nothing.
No.
I just want to make sure.
Is it the first one? When are black people gonna let go of this homophobia?
Then it got even more awkward. Charlemagne tried to spin it into a joke, but Burr wasn't letting it.
What are you doing
I'm for the
with
story.
your manicured eyebrows? Like I'm fucking gonna sit here and act like you're all good over there. Like you don't swing a leg over the fence every once in a while.
He turned the focus right back, clowning Charlemagne for the socks and sandals combo, the spa look, the manicured eyebrows, all of it.
Fucking sandals on and white socks. You look like you just came from a steam room.
That's the Burr effect. He didn't let it derail. He just took the wheel and made the awkwardness work for him, just how the fans love him. Bill doesn't play nice, and that's exactly why we watch. Have you seen worse? Drop it in the comments, and if you laughed even once, you know what to do. Hit that like and subscribe.